Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Let's go, let's finish now.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there. For 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here I go. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Get out, get out. Let's go. Hey, switch. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Tom Johnson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Austin's got it left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Again, it's Penny. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gotta go, gotta go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And out now come the Cowboys. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Gun. Here we go, 48. Here we go, 46. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Get out. Here we go, 47.
They'll give to Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go, let's finish now.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
So the false start will back them up 5. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Hustle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. On 2nd down, Elliott. Directly over it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Austin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On first and 10, Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Gotta go.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Runs over. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Get out.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field and they cash in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Play action. It's Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
First down, Prescott. He finds Hurns left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The give is to Elliott. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, 29 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Let's go, get out. Calm down. Stand up in. 26.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with McKisson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Swing to the field. Right. To the right.
They go the alley again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Dancing to his left. Able to slither by. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Get out.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, 46, 46, 26, 26.
Prescott to throw it. This is caught by Hearns. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hearns, 76 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Here we go. Spread left, spread left, spread left. Hey, slow down. Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. Safarian Jenkins has it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, other things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Randy Gregory in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Oh, he slipped right by him. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They come out here in the eye. Second down, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On third down, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Here we go, 46. Hey, here we go, 48. Switch, and 8. 26.
Running with Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. So give them the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Hustle. Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jags offense coming onto the field, and boy, for a second straight season, a number 1 wide receiver goes down early in the schedule. Last year was Allen Robinson, who was lost in week 1. This year, Marquise Lee, who didn't even make it to week 1, goes down with the ACL week 3 of the preseason.
And remember now, Allen Robinson's in Chicago. And remember Allen Hurns, who also had a great impact on that team for a while. He's in Dallas. So it puts a lot of pressure on guys like Keelan Cole, Dante Moncrief, D.D. Westbrook. But the guy I want you to keep an eye on, DJ Chark out of LSU. I think he'll be their big play threat.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason back. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To throw is Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Prescott on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Elliott. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Steps away to his left. Room here to run. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
This is Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.